Alright, so we're back into another Dragon Ball Super card game video. This one is another day for reviews. Well, I guess reveals is probably the better word to use. This one features a new Android 17 leader and a few other cards that this one's a little bit smaller, but it's kind of interesting to see. But it's going to be pretty quick. I do want to give out a shout out to two of the newest sponsors for the channel as well, for /NXS and as well as L Ray YJGZ. I don't know. You're gonna have to say that within one word. Like I don't know how to say your name. Sorry, dude. I'll just call you El Ray. I really do appreciate it, guys. If anybody else is interested in that, and as well as to see what you get out of being a sponsor, go hit that join button and watch the video. Also, message me so I can update your role within Discord. Anyway, so this one is the new Android 17 leader. I'm pretty hyped about Android leaders in the first place, but this one's a little lackluster, I will say. Although he technically does draw two on the front side, which is always nice. A lot of the more format related leaders, and as well as just good leaders or generic leaders in general, generally draw two on the front side. We have, you know, Yellow Broly, Universe 7 Frieza, which when he was prominent, and a number of others, right? Is of course like Beerus, things like that. What he does is that you swing, attack a leader card, you draw one, and then you pitch a Universe 7 from your hand to the drop area as an activate main, and you draw one card as well. So you don't even have to swing in order to actually draw, which is nice, but at the same time, like I said, you would probably have to slay on the front side in order to keep up that draw. And then when you awaken, you draw one, untap one, and then his attributes are kind of nice. He has special traits of Android and as well as Universe 7. With all of the Android support within green and yellow, we might see some stuff, you know, seep into blue, but I think most of that stuff is going to be Universe 7 from what it looks like so far anyway. But in the future, it is nice to have another blue Android leader, as in, you know, Android 21 or both Android 21s and now Android 18. It's kind of annoying that you know, they're not really sticking to the green Android leaders, because, you know, Style Heart's one of my favorite super combos ever. But, you know, that's just how it is. The ones that, you know, only have Android as a leader, we still do have support for that, which is always nice. There's not really something that really springs out to me as far as that stuff goes, but him being a blue leader has a good amount of access to that stuff. Blue leader stuff, that is. If we look at the backside, he does attack, draw one, of course. His activate main is that you pay red and blue, and then you choose up to one of the opponent's battle cards and return it to your hand, and then you choose one of the Universe 7 cards in your drop area and add to your hand. So this is nice, because you pretty much go ahead and just get back what you had, but for 2 energy and 2 blue and red energy, it's not like the greatest, right? But his other activate main is that if there are 9 or more multicolored extra cards or Universe 7 cards in your drop area, you get 5k, so 20k double strike critical attacker for the duration of the turn. Which again, this is nice, but at the same time, is it's, you know, going to be format defining? Is it going to be amazing? I don't really think so. 9 is quite a lot, and you're going to be either comboing them out from your hand or using that leader effect on the front side quite a lot. There obviously are the cards that burst within blue, the combo cards that mill cards at the top of your deck and more. But I mean, is it worth just getting a 20k double strike critical for the duration of the turn? Maybe. I don't know. This is also activate main, so it's not like an auto like Jiren, so that's always kind of a annoying thing, in which if you forget to do activate main, or say like, hey, activate main leader, this gains double strike and critical, then, you know, that's one of the things that you have to kind of watch out for. Is this going to be one of the better leaders out of the set? I don't think so, but at least it's different from the previous leaders that we've seen, which are generic and very useless. I think this one at least has some avenues in which you can do some cool stuff with it, and it is a blue leader, so it's going to be generically not too bad. Anyway, so we have Barrier of Hope, another boost to blue in itself, in which this one and as well as the next one, which I would imagine that every single color is going to have one of these, in which you can pay the activate, or you can activate the card without paying the cost for activate battle from your hand. And then the activate main for this one is that if your leader card is blue, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and then you draw 2 cards for 3 energy. It's nice. I think this is a really good answer for blue, because it doesn't really have like when you really think about it, I don't think it has much as far as ignoring barrier and removal within blue. Yeah, really, when you really look at it and really think about it, UI Goku is the only one that actually does that, which this one is going to be inherently better, even if it's for energy, because it is a counterplay and counter attack. We do have the Vegito and as well as Dragon Fist, but both of those are really, you know, you just kind of like, one, this has to have barrier, and this one has to, you know, you have to pay 6 energy. So having a 3-drop extra card that technically you can use as a combo piece, because this one says if you choose up to one of your opponents or your leader cards or your battle cards and gains 5k for the duration of the battle, it's a little bit more useful, right? I think this is going to be pretty nice as a sideboard card. If you main it, it wouldn't be too bad either. It's not a multicolored extra card, so that's another thing to consider when you talk about within the scope of the current archetypes, in which, you know, a lot of these are focusing on the multicolored extra cards, in which this one you kind of just have to pay two blue and another energy. But overall, pretty awesome. You know, draw 2 and combo piece. I don't mind it. I actually quite like this. If it was activate battle for both of them, and this one didn't have the activate battle permanent, it might be a little bit different. So we have Beerus Divine Obliterator. So this one's actually pretty cool because it is a super combo. So a lot of people are kind of up in arms in that. And then if it says if your leader card is a red or blue, and it's your opponent's turn, when you combo this card from your hand, you choose up to one of your red or blue multicolored cards or energy and switch it to active mode. The thing about this is that this really promotes the arrival effect, not only because this is a 0 cost 10k for free, which is a multicolor, which I don't know if we're gonna have this within other colors within this set, but this also kind of speaks to we might have this within other sets. So we haven't really seen all the cards obviously within green yellow and all this other stuff, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have similar effects for like green yellow, for red yellow, etc. I don't think red yellow is gonna have one because it has enough support within its own archetypes for red yellow, but I do think green yellow is gonna have one. I do think maybe green blue. I think maybe that'll be pretty nice to have. Anyway, so this one again is a super combo. It doesn't have a 4 or less requirement, and it doesn't have draw. So I think what Bandai is kind of thinking here is that if your deck is based on blue red arrival, which with the new cooler and as well as the blue Hercule, you're going to do a lot of arrival effects, but your hand is going to actually be dwindled down because of it, because you're not going to be able to draw for this, and you're not going to be able to actually cover the cost of arrival after paying that energy, because you're going to be trading your hand size, which is very important in this game, for a board size basically. I think overall it's pretty nice. The fact that you can choose one of your red blue multicolored energy to switch to active mode is pretty busted in general, but you kind of have to sequence it right, in which basically you're paying for this and you have to have one already tapped, or else if you have everything tapped and you pay for this, then you're not going to be able to use that untap effect in as well as arrival, because you're going to be comboing this arrival, pay for that, and then you miss the timing for this auto and you won't be able to untap. Just one thing to keep in mind. Then we have Cease to Exist, the red version of the blue card that we saw. This one gets the activate battle and as well as the 5k again for free, and then this one says the red, if your leader card is red, you choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier, and it gains negative 25k for the duration of turn. So this is pretty cool with the new Coolie leader, and just in general, like the only thing that we really had for this, or that is kind of associated with this, is the 2-drop Battle to the Death red yellow card, in which if your leader card is yellow, it actually does that. So there's a possibility that yellow won't have this, force you to play the red yellow archetype within the yellow leader, but I don't know. I don't know how Bandai is going to think, but this is very good because now you can answer Piccolo. Now you can answer a lot of different threats that are 25k or less, no matter what, because this is an extra card. You can't really interact with it, and it ignores barrier. So very good to have something within the rare sets, because these are all going to be rares, that answers numerous things that, within the format and something in the future. So you can't just sort of sit on barrier cards over and over again. Now we have the red Metacooler core, which is weird that it's in red, but I guess based on the previous, it makes sense. This one says if you choose one card from your hand or one big Getty star in your battle area, it places. Sorry, I laughed because all I can think of is the the cooler clip. Anyway. Choose up to Metacooler core from up to one Metacooler core from your deck or your hand, other than the Metacooler Titan. Oh, this one. Oh, I was like, what card name is that? And place it on top of this card in active mode, and then shuffle your deck. Since this is a 4 cost, I would imagine it's going to be something that reduce this, or might reduce this, but I don't know. This is also red, so all the yellow stuff really goes well with this because there's already a nice built red yellow archetype, and as well as options for that. But paying 4 might not be the best thing, I would say. And as far as the other options, I think this one, I don't know. Yeah, okay, this one plays 2, or you can awaken, and then this one is the Metacooler core, probably the best target for it until we have another option within the set. Pretty cool, I guess. It's nice for 4 energy. I guess you play out the 7-drop, right? Frieza, Undying Emperor. This is a counterplay. If the battle card is being played, it has a 3 energy cost of 3 or less. It's returned to the owner's hand instead of being played, and then play this card. So this is inherently a little bit better than Gohan. Josh can go eat an orange, you know, because he thinks it's okay. I think this is a lot better because, again, for 2 energy, even though it's 2 blue, because it's never played and 3 costs or less is quite important within any format, with any given format. This card is pretty powerful. Plus, it is Frieza Clan and as well as Universe 7, so both of those things are very searchable right now, especially with the new 1-drop red, especially with the new 1-drop red Universe 7 searcher. So this kind of adds options to that, and probably better if you're playing that archetype. I think in general, if you're playing like mono blue or something that plays a lot of blue, this is not a bad option either. That's pretty much it, guys. I've spoken enough. I feel like it's a pretty quick video, pretty quick release. I think we'll have more tomorrow, and I'm excited to see all of the black stuff. I don't think we're done just quite yet with the blue and red stuff. I think if I had to take a guess, we're probably gonna keep going into Friday, and then next week they're gonna reveal another color or set of colors. So hopefully it's gonna be green, yellow, or black. Those are the ones that I really want to see. This stuff is cool, but I'm interested in seeing that more. I'm also interested in seeing or hearing what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Discord. We got an untapped tourney going on right now, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.